Hi everyone, it's Sherry Chaney Jones, President and founder of Measurement Resources, CO.com, and author of the award-winning book, Impact and Excellence. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing every single day to make this world a better place. Just by watching this video, I know that you're a high-achieving social sector leader whose services and programs are meeting a critical need in our societies. You are what I call a social sector warrior who's continuing to fight for the underserved. You're on fire for your mission. I believe that Steve Jobs quote, you know, the famous one with the Albert Einstein commercial that says, those crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who actually do. I believe that defines you. Most days you're on fire for what you do. You know that if you could attract more funding to your organizations, more people to your cause, more people into your programs, scale your nonprofits, get policymakers to notice that you can make profound differences in this world. But then there are those other days. You know, the ones where you're frustrated with things like funding requirements, or you're frustrated with the fact that you even have to go out and fundraise or consistently get more money and more people and support for your organizations. Or maybe it's the leadership or the staff or other people in your own organization who don't see your big vision. They don't see where you think the organization should go. They're happy to stay in the status quo. Or maybe it's even politics and policymakers and, you know, trying to deal with their whims and what they want to do in this world. And you think it's very petty. You have a big vision, you have important mission that you want to get done, and you just see that those are distractions to the real work, the real important work that you're doing. And some days you're asking yourself, am I on the right path? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you are on the right path. You need to continue to go. There's so many people who are depending on you and your good work that you need to keep going, and there's hope for you. There are specific skills and strategies that you can master and learn that will help reduce the number of days of frustration that you have in your work. They'll help you overcome those common obstacles and challenges that you run into every single day. And they're proven to help you increase your revenues, your efficiency, and your overall organizational impact. But more importantly, these skills and strategies will help you reduce the stress that you feel in your job, reduce your enjoyment as you continue on your journey of your life's work. And the good news is you're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. There are people like me and other high-achieving social sector leaders. When we come together and we support each other, we can really move forward in profound ways. I've been working with thousands of social sector leaders over the years to help them implement these skills and strategies to help them increase their revenues, efficiencies, and organizational impact. And I'd like to help you do it as well. I've been in your shoes. I've worked with over thousands of government and nonprofit leaders, helping them develop these proven strategies that help them achieve amazing results. If you've read Impact and Excellence, or you've been following me for a long time, then you know that I worked in government leadership for almost a decade before I started Measurement Resources. And for the past 6 years, I've been fulfilling my calling, which is to help as many social sector leaders as possible implement the strategies and tools they need to increase their revenues, increase their impact for those that they serve, and really make this world, make this generation a different world unlike no other. And I'd like to help you. And I want to talk about how I've seen two types of leaders throughout my work. So what I've been doing for the past 6 years is I've been going around and I've been training and doing workshops and leadership development opportunities with government and social sector leaders just like you. And I found that there are two types of leaders. There is the one type of leader who hears the content, hears the training, is all excited and all on fire on it. They go implement it into their organization, and when I call them, 3 to 6 months later, they are rocking it. They are achieving amazing results. They're experiencing increased revenues. They're experiencing greater cohesion within their organization, better cooperation with external funders, and more importantly, real social change. But then there's those other leaders who received the same content. They received the same knowledge. They were equally as on fire with what they wanted to do when they got back to their organization. But when I follow up with them, they've had something stop them. They've had a barrier or a challenge. And this phenomenon has been pondering me. What is it about those two leaders? Why is the one leader so successful when the other leader isn't? I had to figure this out. I did what every good researcher does. I launched a study. I interviewed every social sector leader who was willing to talk to me. Some of these were more formal interviews, others were just casual conversation, but regardless of how I was gathering or collecting the data, I had one goal in mind: to try to identify what are those predictive factors that were related to leaders being able to achieve unprecedented success. What differentiated those leaders who had the obstacles and barriers in their way and they still were able to reach new levels versus those that had obstacles and barriers and it kept them stuck? At first I thought it was going to be something to do with the internal or external environment in which the organization kind of worked and lived, those system barriers, if you will. I thought it might be things like funding sources, industry, board support, organizational structure, something to do with the organization and how it operated. But the more and more I interviewed leaders, the more and more I talked to them, I realized that those things didn't really matter. Every leader had something in their way. Every leader had a barrier, an obstacle, and they were different, some really big, some really small, that they had to overcome to get to that next level. So it wasn't something about the organization per se. What I identified was something about the leader. And what I identified were 6 skills that were mastered by the high-achieving leader. And these leaders were using these skills. The behaviors related to these skills were much different than the other leaders who weren't able to experience the same rate of success and same rate of change. They were doing things differently. They were performing at a higher level. And as I analyzed these and developed the high achieving social sector leaders framework that really explains what these 6 skills are and what high achieving leaders were doing, it hit me. These are the same skills that I was developing and honing when I was a government leader that helped me save the state $250 million, all while having a career that I loved and I truly enjoyed. So you don't have to spend the hours of interviewing and research and trial and error and implementing to figure out what are those predictive factors. You can learn everything you need to know by participating in the Social Sector Leaders Academy. In this online platform, you'll be connected with other high-achieving social sector leaders, and you'll learn through 5 one-hour video training modules. What makes this program different than the other leadership programs out there is it is created for the working social sector leader, and it was created by a working social sector leader. So all the case studies and the reports and the strategies and the methods have been proven and tested by leaders just like you who are experiencing the same struggles, the same challenges. And also you'll see your own desires, you'll see your own fears, you'll see your own frustrations and the materials that we're learning. And you'll see real world solutions that will help you overcome those. And at the end of the program, you'll have an individual customized plan to help you take you to your next level of success. So let me share with you specifically what you will get when you participate in the Social Sector Leaders Academy. We will go deep into the high-achieving social sector leader model, which uncovers the 6 skills mastered by the social sector leaders who are increasing their revenues and create a massive impact for their missions and are energized and excited to do it. The trainings will be delivered in 5 video trainings, which will be released once a week. You will be able to watch these trainings at your own pace and the comfort of your own home or office. In addition to the trainings, you will receive worksheets and templates to help you implement the content. You will also have access to me. I will answer all of your questions at least once a week in the online forum. You will also be able to interact through the online portal with other high-achieving social sector leaders. You will never feel stuck along your path again. The Social Sector Leaders Academy is a community of government and nonprofit leaders who want to reach new levels of success and enjoyment in their careers. You will find the motivation to move past any obstacle with me and these other high-achieving warriors. As I've been sharing this concept with colleagues and friends over the past several months, they've been asking me, Sherry, why do you want to do this? You're already running a very successful organizational consulting firm. And what I say to them is that I want this information, this valuable information, to be accessible to every government and nonprofit leader who wants to take their organization to the next level and to have access to it at a very affordable price. Leaders who bring me in to speak to their organization, conduct workshops and consulting, or those groups that have me come do keynotes for their conferences, that can cost them thousands of dollars. But I want everyone to have access to this. I don't want that to be a barrier, or my time or my schedule to be a barrier for organizations to be able to access this, implement it, and take their organization to the next level. The alternative is then individuals have to read all the leadership books, invest in all the professional development trainings, then trial and error and figure out what works in the social sector and what doesn't work in the social sector. I've already figured that out. So is that the most valuable use of your time when everything is already available in the Social Sector Leaders Academy? Let me review again what you'll get when you participate in the Social Sector Leaders Academy. You will receive unlimited access to the online Social Sector Leaders Academy membership site. You'll also get 5 weekly training videos related to the High Achieving Social Sector Leader Framework, digging deep into the 6 skills mastered by every successful government and nonprofit leader. You also get the tools and templates to help you implement this into your daily practice, and access to me and other high-achieving social sector leaders to keep you motivated and to help you overcome common challenges experienced by those trying to change the world. What we've learned is that high-achieving social sector leaders take decisive action, and that's what helps them get to the next level. We want to reward those of you who take decisive action today and sign up. And when you do, you will receive a copy of Impact and Excellence, a free copy of Impact and Excellence, which even if you already have a copy, this is a great gift to give to a colleague or friend or anyone else in your organization. It will help them take their organization to the next level. Also within Impact and Excellence is a code to take our measurement culture survey, which allows you to compare your organization to everybody else's organization. And it gives you pinpointed tools that will allow you to get your organization ready and take it to the next level. I'll also be offering you access to a free webinar of my popular signature talk that I've delivered all over the country, and it's received raving reviews, called Turning Data into Dollars. And this webinar digs deeper into the content of Impact and Excellence, and it helps leaders better measure and communicate their impact and value and calculate their social return on investment. And leaders who participated in this program have been experienced increasing revenues and increased impacts time after time. So that will be free to you. I will also be giving you a free ticket to the live Social Sector Leaders Academy, which will be happening in April 2017 right here in Columbus, Ohio. You don't have to come to the live event, but what we found is that leaders who do come to the live event receive so much more. They get the networking of their high-achieving social sector peers. They're also focused on the content and training at that time. So you'll implement the content now that you learn, and then in the spring when you come to the live event, you'll be in a much different place. You'll see the content in a new way. You'll implement it differently. You'll have access to me to ask me your specific questions. So I really hope you join us in the spring as well. The total value of everything that we're offering today is over $2,000, but you can have access to all of this very valuable information, content, high-achieving social sector leaders for $997. We're also offering a 3-payment option if that makes it easier for you to enroll and sign up now. And I know this content will be so valuable and can be so life-changing for you and your organization, but I realize that you don't know that yet. You haven't participated in this program. So I want to give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if any time during the first 30 days from the first training that you receive, you are unhappy for any reason, you can just contact us and we'll give you your money back. Thank you again for making our world a better place and for your commitment and dedication to the social sector. Together, let's increase your joy, decrease your stress, and help you reach unprecedented levels of success. I look forward to learning more about your big vision and mission in the Social Sector Leaders Academy. Until next time, keep measuring and achieving excellence.